Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the latest edition of St. Joseph's Prep Soccer here on WSJP, where today the Hawks of St. Joseph's Prep travel out to Lansdale Catholic to take on the Crusaders. The Hawks are locked into the number 2 seed in the PCL. Lansdale only 3 wins on the season, trying to end their season on a high note. For today's broadcast, I'm Ryan Sullivan, joined by Bobby Wright. Bobby, how are we doing?
Doing good. Weather isn't looking so good, but let's
Yeah.
hope the game's different.
Yeah, I mean, it is a bit colder out here. Our guy Sam Salomon, our cameraman for today, decided to bring a jacket. Good on him. Bobby, we weren't so smart. But nonetheless, the Hawks coming into this game on a 3-game PCL win streak, most recently I would say, dominant win over LaSalle College High School this past Friday. Bobby, I mean, what have you seen from the Prep so far? Or, I'm sorry, in the last 3 games on this winning streak, and how can they take that momentum and put it in today's game?
Well, really, we've seen just absolute domination here. They've just been winning their games. Right here, I think they can really carry that momentum by just keep on going on the attack. The defense has been like a stone wall, not allowing any teams to get through it. The offense has been moving very fluidly. Just keep that up and try and push it through into the playoffs.
Now, Bobby, let's not sugarcoat it here. The Prep, they're they're locked into the number 2 seed in the PCL. No matter if they were playing, Lansdale, who they're playing today, or if they were playing Judge, or they playing O'Hara, or somebody like that. It doesn't really matter who they play today. They are locked in to the number 2 seed in the PCL first round bye, which means we will be broadcasting on Friday the PCL quarterfinals. So in that case, Bobby, you know what place you're going to be, and there's no reason to fight for a higher spot. How long do you think the starters are actually going to be in there today?
I don't know. Probably not too long, maybe like 10, 20 minutes. Just get them some playing time. Just keep them warm for heading into the playoffs, and then from there, just put the bench in maybe.
No, I mean, I definitely would agree with that. As I just said, it doesn't really matter who you're playing. The Hawks are locked into their spots, so there's not necessarily a reason to put all your guys in. And obviously, with a couple injuries on the team, the Hawks, they are just trying to, stay healthy and obviously stay warm heading into the playoffs. We should be getting ready to go here in just a moment. It is 3:46. We were supposed to get started at 3:45, maybe because of the fact that we got here at around 3 o'clock. But traffic and all that, it can definitely hurt you. But we will be getting ready to go in just a few moments. But before we start today's broadcast, I'd like to ask you guys to subscribe to WSJP to stay up to date with all things St. Joe's Prep Sports. The upcoming broadcast will be this Friday when the Hawks take on an opponent to be determined. We'll figure that out. We'll figure out who that is. I believe the quarterfinals are on Wednesday, so I'm sorry, the first round is on Wednesday, so we'll figure out who the Hawks will face then. And also make sure you stay tuned for football at Bonner Prendy this Saturday, 1 p.m. Eastern Time. And if the Hawks are able to defeat whoever they play in the quarterfinals, then we'll bring you the semifinals on the 22nd of October. And also make sure you make sure you follow WSJP on Instagram and X at SJP Broadcasting so you stay up to date with everything St. Joe's Prep Sports. Looks like Lansdale Catholic will receive the ball first. This is your senior night, Bobby, so last game of the season. Might as well get that in. And yeah, the Hawks come out in their white jerseys, obviously, as this is a away game. Lansdale, I kind of like the color of the jerseys, Bobby. This is actually pretty nice.
Yeah, real nice. I like the contrast here. Lansdale with the black jerseys, while Prep with the white ones. It'll be pretty interesting.
Indeed, and now the Prep getting ready to start things off in their pregame huddle before we get things going here today. It looks like, as we said, that the starters going to be out there to start the game, but as I mentioned, you're locked into the number 2 seed. Is there really a reason to put in, the starters for a long period of time? No real substitutions. It does look like Ethan Smith is actually out there. I don't see Liam Waldron, so it looks like he's going to maybe take a bit of a rest today. So Ethan Smith, he is in for Waldron. And we're getting ready here in just a moment. Everybody out in the field. And here we go. Lansdale Catholic to start things off. They will kick things downfield. This one near Vogel, who's going to run back on it. Sailing out of bounds, and it will go there. Vogel typically does the throw-ins along with Evan Hoffman. But this one on Vogel's side, that being the right wing. I'm sorry, the left back. I apologize. And now Vogel once again will throw it in. has Sal Carrillo in front of him. Ethan Smith moving around. Looks like Vogel's going to get it downfield over to Smith, and it head tapped in the mouth. Actually, Liam Waldron is in there. I do apologize. Waldron is getting the start today. I didn't see him on the other side. Ethan Smith. We thought he was going to throw it in, but he will not do so. The officials call it back, and there is Smallback. He will throw it in for the Crusaders of Lansdale Catholic. This one to be thrown in. Will Powers in front of it. This one head tap. Looks like it's going to go out of bounds, and it will. Who's it last touched by? It's going to be last touched by the Prep, so a good opportunity here for Lansdale Catholic as the drizzle's starting to come down a bit here, Bobby. How do you think that can affect today's game?
Well, I mean, really, it might make the field a bit more slippery. I mean, I'm not exactly sure the conditions, but I mean, a lot of times we might start to see these players slipping a little bit, even with the cleats, so that'll be interesting to watch.
Yeah, we'll see if that does happen. This one head tapped out. I believe it was by Vogel. Sal Carrillo knocking it out of the air and up in the box, and this one knocked back behind, way behind Franny Seaman, almost to the street, and it'll be a goal kick for Franny Seaman. And Franny, in my opinion, the best goalie in the PCL, Bobby. I think that he will end up with that first all-team PCL honors. I mean, what have you seen this year from Franny Seaman?
I mean, Frank, he's been making a lot of great saves. I mean, I don't really think the Prep would be where they are without him. He's been a major part of this team. A lot of times there have been shots on goal he's just been able to save. I mean, really important factor to this team.
And now the rain really starting to come down here as Lansdale Catholic moves this one back. So maybe they got to reset here, but this one taken away there by Vogel, who knocks us high in the air. Now Waldron trying to chase it down. This one's sailing towards the sideline. The wind might be taking it. And Waldron going to keep this one in bounds. The official not going to blow the whistle. Here comes Waldron down the field. He's getting a bit pressured. He's got a few guys in the middle, but here comes Waldron. Kicking to the middle. No one's there. And this one knocked out of the box there by Lansdale. But now here's Henry Landgraf. Try to get it over to Carrillo, but it was a pass too far out in front of him. Yeah, the rain's now really starting to come down. This is going to be an interesting one. And now Landgraf takes this one away. This one walking a tightrope. I'm sorry, that's Vogel who's actually walking a tightrope there. And he keeps it in bounds. Going to try and get it into the middle, and he does. This one knocked in the air. Saved.
Yeah, good save there. I mean, good save there. It was a wild shot there, and he was able to get his hands on it and save Lansdale from conceding early.
Indeed, is now this one knocked down field as we try to protect our equipment here on WSJP. And now this one walking a tightrope here once again. Vogel chasing down, and this one just knocked right to Franny Seaman, and he'll be able to throw this one away.
Starting to see the Prep offense really start to make some moves here. We're seeing both offenses. Prep had a shot on target there. LC had a shot at the start here, so really seeing some offense at the start of this game.
Indeed, this one knocked back over to Ethan Zorafikis as he's had a really incredible season as well. Quat gets it back to Ethan, and now he's going to knock this one downfield, try to get it to the Lansdale side of the field, but it was knocked out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in, though, for St. Joe's Prep, and now Hoffman will be the one to do the honors and gets it in. It was almost head tap there by Lansdale. Couldn't get a look at the number, though. And now this one knocked downfield. This one past the Prep side of the field, and now over to Landgraf, I believe that is. Yes, it is. And now Ethan Smith not able to get a foot on it. Lansdale going to try and get it back into their possession. Vogel, though, chasing it down, and he gets a steal. Vogel has some calls from Dom Qualit downfield. Vogel going to hold it for now. He's going to try and get past the defender, and he does. Here comes Vogel down the field. Has Carrillo open behind him. He just tries to get it to the middle of the field. This one knocked away by Lansdale momentarily. Landgraf gets it back, and now some very beautiful footing from him. This one over to Comey, who's made an argument for PCL MVP. This one knocked high in the air, though, by Lansdale. And now Landgraf gets pushed out of the way. This one back behind the Prep's lines, but it will be safe for St. Joe's Prep to get it back over to Franny Seaman. Zorafikis does so. And now Franny gets it over to Will Powers. Powers trying to find somebody downfield. And he's just going to deliver it downfield. Ethan Smith is there, but the wind might have taken it down a bit. And now this one taken away by Lansdale Catholic momentarily. That was Heckler who took it away. And now here comes the Prep. And now a steal from the Hawks. Trying to get downfield. Hoffman was the last one to touch it. Gets it over to Dom Quat, his first touch of the day. And he's had a really good season. Dom Quat getting pushed around just a little bit. The triple team coming in. Quat trying to take it himself. He gets it knocked away. I think that's going to be knocked out of bounds by Lansdale. Looks like that'll be a corner kick for the Hawks. Good opportunity here, Bobby.
Yeah, I mean, you're really starting to see the offense moving right away. I mean, they're having trouble pushing it because of the wind. The wind seems to be not going in the Prep's direction, but still able to make some great opportunities here at the start of this game.
You hit it right on the nose there, Bobby, is now the Prep. They will get their corner kick. I believe that's going to be Timmy Comey to do that. Hard to see from here. Do have a nice view, though, here at Lansdale Catholic. Very nice field. And now Comey to do the corner kick to try and get the Prep on the board. Here it is. This one sails, head tapped, and this one knocked out by the Crusaders. There was a bundle of them. We couldn't really see who it was, but nonetheless, this one knocked high in the air. And now Carrillo Carrillo gets this one taken away. Now Lansdale, they're behind the defense, and the Prep going to have to make up for it. Will Powers trying to chase him down. This one kicked to the middle of the field. Big opportunity. Oh, but it's just knocked away. Franny Seaman running in. And now opportunity for Lansdale. Shot. Goal! Lansdale Catholic gets on the board with their first goal of the game. And wow, what a take there from the Crusaders.
I mean, really, it just seemed like the defense it just seemed lost, you know? Like, let Lansdale get behind the defense there. The pass, Frey Seaman, he seemed to get confused because the original intended target, actually, it was a bit too far, and he gave up. And I think Frey, he was too focused on that, but there was no Lansdale offensive player further to the right, and he was just able to make that extra pass, and Lansdale smashes it home.
And you got to give credit where credit is due. If you are the Hawks, Comey gets knocked out of the way, but he hits it high in the air. Now this one back into the possession of St. Joe's Prep as Franny Seaman gets it back, and he'll pick it up and might deliver a punt downfield. Actually, maybe with the rain, he's not going to do that today. Rolls it over to Will Powers. Powers tries to find somebody, and he just gets it over to Timmy Comey. Comey, Carrillo, back, Landgraf. Landgraf fakes it. Looks like he went down with it, and now back to Powers again. The Prep going to reset. Now the rain's starting to slow down just a little bit here. It's picking up about a few minutes ago. Landgraf gets it over to Waldron, I believe that was, in the middle of the field. Now this one taken away by Lansdale, but Henry Landgraf not going to let that happen for long, as Landgraf will just just kick it back over to Franny. Franny might deliver a big kick downfield, and that's what he is going to do. The rain not affecting him here today. Waldron, nice head tap back. Wallet, though, going to have to try and get it back into possession of the Hawks. Now this one over to Landgraf. Ethan Smith trying to stay on sides. And now this one kicked away by Lansdale. Who was the last touch by? It was last touch by Lansdale, and the Prep, they will get a throw and some substitutions now going to come off for St. Joe's Prep. That's Carrillo off. And if I can see the number here, Ryan Smith comes on for the Hawks. Ryan Smith, another guy who stepped up in the last couple of games. We saw him 2 goals versus Newman Goretti just about a week, or almost 2 weeks ago. And now Will Powers trying to find somebody, and he gets it downfield. Tom Quallet, who's covered from now. Quallet, shot from him, saved. And it's another good shot from St. Joe's Prep, just not able to convert.
Yeah, I mean, really, they started to get some shots at the start of this game. Now both teams, I think, have had 2 shots apiece. Lansdale was able to get that second one. We'll see. Prep seems destined to maybe get one at this rate.
And we'll see Timmy Comey trying to get it away from Lansdale, and he does. This one over to Landgraf. Landgraf, big kick downfield, has an open Ethan Smith, and it's just going to be saved. Good job there from the Lansdale defense. And now this one high in the air. Powers is there, and he head taps it first. Comey trying to get in there to get his 2 cents in, but he's not able to. This one knocked downfield, so Rafkus knocks it back for now. And this one knocked around again. Lansdale able to get it back into their own possession. So Rafkus, though, maybe heard me, and he takes it away. Ryan Smith knocks it back, and this one out of bounds once again. It'll be a throw-in for the Hawks, but Lansdale doing a really good job to keep it out of possession of the St. Joe's Prep so far. Hoffman really want to throw it in.
Yeah, I mean, really, we're seeing Lansdale. They seem to be controlling the midfield, and I mean, it's really tough for the Prep to really get that offense going if they can't really get it through the midfield. You're seeing the defense have to make long kicks straight to the offense, and I mean, with the wind, that isn't really working out for them.
Indeed, is now the Prep going to have to get through the 3 defenders that Lansdale put in front of them, but they were not able to do so. Rafkus just knocks it back over to Franny. And Franny has an open Will Powers, and that's who he will deliver it to. Powers to Comey. Comey over to Zoraficus. And Zoraficus knocks it downfield. And once again, it might be the wind there that's just not going in the Prep's direction as we speak. And this one just knocked back. And Lansdale once again will hold the Prep. But Timmy Comey is there, not able to get a foot on it, just a little too short on the leg there. And here's Evan Hoffman. Looks like the rain is pretty much stopped here. Knock on wood, though. So maybe that effect will... Actually, no, it hasn't really stopped. I can feel it a little bit. But anyway, this one in the air. Waldron getting pushed out of the way, and he hits the deck, and there's going to be the foul call on Lansdale. And that's what you wanted to see for the Hawks trying to get back in your favor. And this will quick kick over to Landgraf, now to Timmy Comey. Comey has it. And now he's going to hit it downfield over to Vogel, who's open. Vogel not able to maintain it and trying to make some moves, but he has to take it away. Got a little circled up there. Now Comey, the last line, I'm sorry, this Will Powers' last line of defense came up a bit far. He's going to move back now. Ryan Smith and Will Vogel going to try and make a play on the ball. This one knocked back here from the Crusaders. This one knocked downfield, kicked out of bounds. Will be a throw-in for St. Joe's Prep. And Vogel didn't see it originally, but now he finds it. And he's going to try and find somebody, and he does get it in bounds. And Waldron was trying to fight there, but Lansdale had it scouted away. And now Comey had it called for him to knock it downfield. This one over to Quala, but this one knocked back again by Lansdale. And now Zographicus gets over to Hoffman. Lansdale putting up a very good fight here today. And now here's Timmy Comey. Comey knocked downfield. And Waldron, he almost hit it with his arm there, but it was not. Now Lansdale just going to knock it right back into their box and keep it away from the Hawks, not let them get an opportunity. And now this one through the first line of defense if you are the Crusaders. And now the Prep able to take it away, that being Ryan Smith, and a slide tackle that makes Ryan Smith go down, but no call from the officials. Hoffman going to try and get it to the middle of the field, but the wind once again taking it back. And this one goes out of bounds over Hoffman's head. It'll be a throw-in for him. And I think you're right, Bobby. That wind just not going in the favor of St. Joe's Prep is a big reason why they're not able to get those kicks in the middle of the field. And now Zographicus knocks it back over to Franny. Franny over to Powers. You can maybe hear the wind here on the broadcast. Now Powers knocks this one downfield, has down Quallet behind the defense. Oh, it just goes over the head of Quallet. That's a heartbreaker for the Hawks.
Yeah, I mean, great pass there. Out a long pass, went right their way, just over the head of Quallet, and that's an opportunity you might not get all the time.
Right. Now this one knocked downfield. Vogel is there, head taps it. It looked like it was ricocheted, but this one taken away from the Hawks momentarily. Now Lansdale going to try and move down the field as they did last time. Powers is there. Here we go. Lansdale, they're stopped by the Hawks momentarily. They try to get it by Powers, and this one saved by Franny. Great defense, though, from Will Powers. And now the Prep going to continue to move this one forward as now Landgraf will knock this one downfield. Has an open Waldron. Well, at least he did. And now this one, I think it was the last touch by Lansdale. It was. It'll be a throw-in for the Hawks. And now here's Landgraf, throw-in from him. And normally it's Vogel that does those, but Landgraf going to do it this time. And once again, this one knocked out of bounds by the Crusaders. And it'll be a throw-in for Will Vogel and company. It looks like he's going to deliver a long throw based off the way the Prep are positioned.
Yeah, looking like it, trying to get a huge opportunity here for a goal.
Vogel, big throw. This one near the middle of the field, but no one was there from the Prep. And now Lansdale take this one away, and here they come in transition once again. They scored a goal off this earlier. Let's see if they can do so again. And Vogel is there, though. He'll take it away. This one over to Franny, who delivers a big kick, and this one looks like it's going to hit midfield. And Ryan Smith doesn't see it, who lays head tap. This one over to Quallet. A beautiful move from Quallet to get it over to Comey. Now Timmy Comey gets it over to Waldron, but Waldron being knocked out of the way. The aggression from Lansdale also hurting the Prep as well, and this will be a throw-in for Hoffman. A good job from him to let it go out of bounds. This one a bit too far out in front from Comey, but he gets it back. Hoffman tries to get it to the middle of the field over to Landgraf, but I think the grass might have moved it around a bit. Now Lansdale able to get it back into their possession. Comey not able to get a head tap on it. Powers might just let it go back to Franny, and that's who he will deliver it to. And now Franny Seaman back to Powers again. Powers, big kick downfield, has an open quad, but he lets it go by him. And now this one knocked upfield, and a beautiful job from Lansdale to keep it away from Vogel. Sounds so Graphicus has it, but a sea of Prep defenders just going to knock it back to Franny Seaman, who's going to deliver a big kick downfield once again. Quality is there, but he doesn't make an effort to do anything with it, and maybe for good reason. And this kicked one over to Ethan Smith, now to Vogel. Vogel downfield. And now this one knocked right outside of the box of Lansdale, and they'll be able to get it back. Vogel, it goes right through his legs, and Powers will easily be able to possess it. He's going to try and find someone. I heard a whistle, but that might be from the JV game across the way, and now the wind really starting to pick up as well. This one a big kick downfield. Lansdale just going to knock it back right to Franny. And Lansdale Catholic doing a great job of making the Prep just start over. And now Comey. Downfield to Waldron, who delivers this quick kick to Landgraf. Now kick downfield. Ethan Smith is there, but the wind just not helping out the Prep here today. That kick was very short, and Lansdale just kicks out of bounds. It will be a throw-in for the Hawks.
Yeah, I mean, the wind, it's not helping at all. I mean, It'll be very interesting to see when we switch sides at halftime how Lansdale will counter the wind.
Man, that's a good point there, though. And now Ethan Smith out. Noah Pop in for the Hawks. That'll be a throw-in for St. Joe's Prep. And now Hoffman just going to deliver it over to Comey. Comey being pressured. Hoffman tried to get it to Ryan Smith, but it's knocked away, and Lansdale able to keep it in bounds. Ryan Smith gets it back, though, and he gets it over to Landgraf, but a kick a little too short, and now Zographicus ricochets it up in the air. Here's Hoffman, back to Comey. Comey tried to find Zographicus, but the miscommunication there from the Prep hurting them, and now this one ricocheted off and out of Lansdale, and this will be a throw-in for St. Joe's Prep. And now that is what will Hoffman do. And it looks like he might throw it downfield, and he will. Qualit was there, but he couldn't get a head tap on it. Now it looks like he barely touched it there. This one knocked out of bounds. I think it was last touched by the Prep. Yes, it was. And Lansdale, once again, preventing the Hawks' offense from getting going. And now the wind has momentarily stopped. So we'll see if the Prep can maybe get something downfield. Waldron trying to find Noah Pop. And Noah Pop, who is, Bobby, you would know, one of the track stars here with St. Joe's Prep. He got by the defense quick.
Yeah, again, we're starting to see that wind there. I think that could be a good throw ball without the wind, but the wind, even on the ground, it hasn't really been helping the Prep out.
Noah Pop head taps it in. Waldron loses it, but he gets it back. Maybe he's trying to find somebody downfield, and he tried to get to Ryan Smith, but this one curved over out of the box, and now Lansdale will get it back. Oh, a Pop running in. He's not able to get a foot on it now, and Comey loses possession as well. Now Lansdale Catholic, here they come in transition, trying to get the prep on a back pedal, but I think the wind coming in might have hurt them a little bit. Now Hoffman gets it downfield, over to Qualit, back to Hoffman again. And now Comey. Comey has a sea of black around him, and now Qualit gets it back to Hoffman again, back to Qualit again, and he knocks it downfield. Waldron's there, but Lansdale just going to knock it downfield. This one to midfield. Vogel, I think he was going to try and get it back to the defenders, but he was not able to do so. Actually, that was Landgraf, sorry. He was trying to get it back to the defenders, but this one, last touch by the Prep, will be a throw-in for Lansdale, as we have 23 minutes remaining, and that time is obviously approximate, as always, but the clock hasn't really stopped much for anything, so we're just going to keep on going. And now this one, I believe, was last touched by Lansdale on the throw, and it was. And Qualit's going to deliver a quick throw and gets it into Waldron, but Lansdale trying to make a play on the ball. Waldron gets it back, and he's trying to get some breathing room, but Lansdale not going to allow him as their defenders get knocked down. Waldron just tries to get it to Noah Pop downfield. Maybe he can make a play on the ball, and Noah Pop maintains it for now. Pop, he gets knocked down, but I think that was the rain, and this one knocked to the side. Vogel chasing it down, but he has it knocked away from him. And now Powers running in. He's just going to slide tackle it. And man went down for Lansdale, but it would look clean if you are Will Powers. And now Lansdale once again taken away from the Hawks. This one knocked downfield. And that one, it looked like it got a bad bounce on it. It's rolling out of bounds. Lansdale trying to save it, and they do. Very nice job there, but Hoffman just going to knock it out of bounds to let the Prep defenders get back. Once again, another good opportunity here for the Crusaders.
Yeah, I mean, you're really seeing it now. The Prep is just struggling again past the midfield here. And, I mean, Lansdale, they aren't exactly doing great on attacking either, but if they just keep on not letting the Prep get the ball past the midfield, I mean, eventually you're getting opportunities like this.
And indeed, is now this one. Knocked right to Hoffman, who just hits it high in the air. Has Qualit there, but he's not going to be able to really do anything with it. This one knocked right to Franny. And now it hasn't it's trying to find Noah Pop. He's just going to roll it in front of Vogel instead. Vogel trying to find Pop downfield, and that's who he screams out his name. And this one taken away from Lansdale. Here's Henry Landgraf. Try to get to Comey, but it's going to go to Zographicus instead. Zographicus trying to get it downfield. And he tried to perfectly place it over to Waldron. Waldron hits the deck. And can't tell if they called the foul or not. Nope, it's going to be a throw-in. And whistle blown. And that's going to be a sub for the Hawks. Looks like that's Chris Bryan. Can't see the number right. Definitely see the hair. And he'll come in for Dom Qualit. I believe, actually, or maybe not. No, he will not be Dom Qualit. Nonetheless, Chris Bryan is in the game. That's all we need to know.
see, the Prep could have a good offensive opportunity here.
Looks like someone's shoe came off. I don't know if that was Power. No, it's not Powers. I don't know, but nonetheless, somebody. The numbers. See the number from here is terrible. And now, so Graphicus, it's not right to him, and he might just get it to Franny, and that's what he will do. Franny gonna kick it downfield. Waldron Chris Bryant trying to come back and get it, but he was not able to do so. Actually, it might have been Liam Waldron who had the shoe knocked off. And now Lansdale gets it back. Chris Bryant trying to chase it down. And now this one knocking behind the Hawks defense. The Hawks' last line is there. Not many offensive players for Lansdale, and it's kicked right over to Franny.
So that was a kind of weak shot. It was a tough shot at that. And, Franny, he's just right on that. Just gets the ball. And
yeah, now Franny going to deliver a big kick downfield. No, Pop is there, and he just hit it with his neck back, and now going to have Chris Bryant in front of him. Pop, that's who he finds, and now Bryant just missed it. It was just behind him. We've seen that a few times today for the Prep. And now here's Landgraf. Gets it behind the Lansdale defense, and now this one over to Pop in a prime position. This one ricocheted out, but it will be a corner kick for the Hawks.
Huge opportunity here. You got Pop on the field, huge height advantage, and you can see what they can do with it.
Yeah, let's see. As now, it'll be as I mentioned, a corner kick. It looks like Qualit will be the one to deliver it, hopefully, where it will end up, and that's in the net. But we'll see. Here's Qualit. Has Pop right there, right outside of that line of the net. So Graphicus has come in to see if he can maybe get a hit on it. This one a little too far in front of everyone. And Timmy Comey, though, able to find it, and he just gets it over to Qualit. And now we apologize. The camera has went out here. And we're back. Okay. I don't know what happened, but nonetheless, I think our cameraman, Sam Salmon, is trying to sabotage us, but we'll work on that. Hopefully I don't get in the shot here as I'm trying to protect our computer. Gee, the rain here, Bobby. Not even helping out WSJP today.
Yeah, just overall not helping the Prep out in general, is it?
No,
Both
not
the team
at
and
all.
WSJP.
Not at all. I like to consider ourselves part of the team, though. It makes us feel special. Anyway, Prep trying to get this one downfield. Qualit has it taken away from him. And now this one knocked out of bounds, and it will be a throw-in for Lansdale.
Lansdale, you see, they've been keeping possession in the midfield and getting opportunities on offense and doing well on defense. That's really just the recipe to win soccer games here. Prep, if they can stop that, then they might really have a shot here to score a goal.
And now Comey had a ricochet off. Ryan Smith trying to get behind the defense, and he gets it over to Waldron, who looks like he's back in. Actually, is that Chris? No, it's Chris Bryant, sorry. Waldron, I forgot, was out of the game. And now Pop tried to get it to him, but he was not able to head tap. And now Landgraf, looks like he slipped there, but good thing so Graphicus is right there to clean it up, as now this one's hit in the air. Qualit trying to get it, but this one, I think it was ricocheted, and now so Graphicus moving guys out of the way. Now this one momentarily was behind the defense, but kind of similar to what happened to the Prep. The pass was just a bit too far out behind. And now this one getting behind the Prep's defense, though. The Prep on a bit of a back pedal. Here comes Lansdale once again. The Prep's defenders are there. Shot here. Franny save. And a good job from the Prep to get back, as now this one will be rolled over to Noah Pop, but he's going to get pressured immediately. Pop getting around defenders. Now a Pop, beautiful plays, as now he just hits it downfield. Maybe the Prep can get it back on that side of the field. It's rocked right past Vogel, but Will Powers is there to pick it up, as Powers will just get it over to Franny. And Seaman going to knock this one, and it was a bit of a short kick. It might have gotten hurt by the grass, as now Vogel has his kick hit high in the air. Once again, it might have been knocked back a bit from the wetness of the grass, as now Comey gets it to Qualit. Qualit trying to find Hoffman, but it's taken away. Beautiful job once again from Lansdale. Gotta give him credit where credit is due. And now this one just knocked right past all the attackers, but Powers gonna knock it right back. Vogel is there, knocks it away. That might have been a handball. And now Pop knocks this one downfield. Lansdale player takes a seat, as there might be an injury here on the field, as this one kicked away from the Prep. This one right back to Vogel. No whistle from the officials. They're going to let this one play out. Vogel hits it to Zographicus as now they officially blow the whistle. And we will stop here for just a moment with about 15:10 remaining. As now the trainer will come out for the Crusaders.
Just saw a bunch of great opportunities here for both teams. LC, I mean, they went on that break. They were able to pass it in the middle a bit earlier. Maybe they could have had a second goal there. And as for the Prep, great spin move and nearly got a goal there. Just got a bit unlucky with the bounce.
Yeah, we once again apologize. The wind not really in our favor today as the camera went out there for just a brief moment. So I try to maneuver around, you know. We've had worse. Gee, me, I cannot understand why this wind does not want to be my friend today, Bobby. It is not liking it. Though we've had worse. We've had worse conditions on WSJP. Anyway, man being helped off for Lansdale Catholic. Hope he's okay. Bobby, were you at the Devon Prep baseball game last season? I think you were, right?
Nope.
Oh, you weren't? Huh, I thought you were. Might have been somebody else, but nonetheless, that was a windy game. That was bad. Anthony Sorgi and I definitely remember that one. I believe Anthony Correa was there as well. Man, those are the times. Anyway, this one will be into the favor of the Hawks. As we are, I don't really know what's going on. I don't know what he's telling him, but he's telling Zographicus something. And Ethan now gets it back, and here we go. And this one knocked over to Vogel. Vogel trying to get it downfield. Doesn't have anybody open there, but he found Pop. Pop back to Landgraf. Landgraf finds Ryan Smith, and Landgraf gets it back. And now trying to get the Pop behind the defense, but just pass a little too far out in front of Pop, and Vogel tries to get it to the middle of the field. Jack Joseph, who's on for the first time today, now we get a head tap on it, but he's going to try and chase this one down. He's not able to do so. Hoffman gets it over to Landgraf. Landgraf, big kick from him, and this one just goes a little too far right. It'll be a goalie kick for the Crusaders. Subs coming on for the Prep. Looks like Abrams, Sal Carrillo, Landgraf off, Ryan Smith off as well. Looks like William Waldron back in as well. That might have been it was Chris Bryan, who's also going to come off for the Prep.
It was a great shot by the Prep. You know, I just got to wonder if the wind had something to do with that, maybe, if you're a bit right.
Indeed, as this one knocked downfield. Actually, Luke Freemuth was on, not Michael Abrams. They look pretty similar, but this one knocked out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Prep. So you had Freemuth, not Abrams, but both have contributed a lot to this team.
Starting to see the Prep really start to control the midfield. We're starting to see the change in tide there. And we'll see how that affects the Prep here on offense.
And this one knocked over to Freemuth in the midfield. This one ricocheted a bunch. Lansdale going to get the better of it. Now this one knocked downfield once again, and Lansdale going to get the Prep again on a back pedal. Zographicus going to back up, and this one ricocheted again. Zographicus just gets it away, but Lansdale going to be able to continue with this one, and they'll back up momentarily. The Prep, though, they get pretty much everybody back. Waldron being the last man, he's going to chase the offensive guy, and now Freemuth knocks this one high in the air, so Sal Carrillo knocks it back, and Freemuth, not a great pass. This one ricocheted again. And now a shot here from Lansdale, just a bit of a desperate one, and Franny Seaman able to make the save, though.
Seeing a lot of opportunities here for Lansdale that they might have better ones if they pass it, but we're starting to see a lot more one-on-one, and that might hurt them more this game.
And now Noah Pop keeps this one in bounds, and he knocks this one. Well, he knocks this one out of bounds. Well, he tried to keep it, and now this will be a throw-in for the Crusaders. There's the throw-in. Pop hits this one to Freemuth. Freemuth got pushed out of the way a bit there. Noah Pop really making an effort here, and this one curved to the side. Jack Joseph loses it momentarily, and now the rain once again starting to come down here. And now Carrillo not able to get it back to himself. Lansdale trying to get it back, but this one ricocheted a bunch of times, and now Comey takes this one away. Freemuth is going to knock it back over to Vogel. Vogel finds Powers. Powers to Comey. And now it is Ographicus. So Ographicus, this one. He gets it over to Hoffman. Hoffman tries to find Waldron downfield. And this one out of bounds. And I think it's going to be thrown for Lansdale. Yes, it will be. We are just over 11 minutes remaining in this game, in this first half. As this one has been a longer one, and that's been felt because of the rain. It is the conditions here, not Miami summer, if that's the way you want to put it. But this one knocked back Carrillo, closest prep player too, but not no good a foot on it. 3 prep players around the ball now. And now this one knocked to Zographicus. Joseph, I don't know if he expected that one coming. He was just going to find Franny Seaman once again. Franny, big kick downfield. It seemed to be a little held back if you are Franny. This one knocked to the left side of the field. Vogel's going to let it roll. And it'll be a throw for the Hawks. Substitution off for St. Joe's Prep. It looks like Ethan Smith. And it will be Noah Pop to come out for the Prep. And a very good start to Noah Pop in this first half. It's really made some contributions for the Prep to get some shots on goal. Now Vogel will throw this one downfield. Actually, no, maybe not. Okay, he's going to throw it downfield. Looks like he's just trying to get that one to Carrillo. Lansdale able to keep it in bounds and get it back into their possession. Waldron trying to chase it down. And this one kicked out of bounds by the Crusaders. They look a little disappointed that did happen. Vogel gets it behind everybody. Ethan Smith boxing out and keeps it in. Vogel is there, and Vogel gets pushed out of the way. And now this one right over to Zographicus, and he got it to Freemuth, but Freemuth really had to make an effort to make a play on the ball. Joseph slips, and it's ricocheted off of him. It'll be a throw-in for Lansdale with just over 10 minutes remaining, and Lansdale will make some substitutions.
Yeah, you can really tell both teams really want to go here. I mean, Lansdale, they really want that second goal to really try and make it a bit further out of reach. I mean, for the Prep, you really want that equalizing goal, get back into this game.
Yeah, make this one 0-0 again. And now, as I mentioned, we have thrown for the Crusaders, as they'll take a big step back to throw it in. And yeah, the rain is now once again starting to come down, and you don't want to see that if you are, well, really both teams, I guess I should say, but more if you are St. Joe's Prep, as you're the one who are trailing, as now Lansdale going to let this one roll, and it went out of bounds. It was last touched by the Prep. Another throw in here for Lansdale. Freemuth not able to get a head on the ball, but lucky for him, it was last touched by Lansdale. It'll get thrown for the Hawks. Hoffman will throw it in. Has Waldron, and that's who he at least tries to find. Lansdale once again knock it out of bounds. The Prep getting closer to Lansdale's net, and as you mentioned, Bobby, the wind, it's a bit of a factor here. And we'll see how Lansdale's able to deal with it in the second half. This one over to Waldron. Waldron gets it in. And I think that's going to be offsides on the Prep. Yes, it was. And you've seen the offsides penalty kind of hurt the Prep this season. And it once again bites them a bit there.
Yeah, I mean, right there in the box, you had a lot of Prep guys in the box. You can make a pass to really just smash it into the net, and an offsides call like that just really isn't that good.
And Waldron, it's a bit too far out in front of him, so he's not able to find Ethan Smith. Waldron hits the deck, no foul. And now this one last touch here by Vogel, but it's going to be kept in bounds by Lansdale. Nonetheless, and now it was ricocheted off Vogel, who is going to fake a pass and just get it to Carrillo. Carrillo over to Comey. Comey tried to find Freemuth downfield, but the pass was a bit too far right of him. And now this one high in the air. Lansdale trying to get back and get it into the net, but Franny Seaman was right there to deny them. And now this one over to Zographicus. Zographicus over to Comey. Comey finds Hoffman. Back to Comey again. And this one downfield. Jack Joseph is there for the Prep, but it goes out of bounds. And now it'll be a throw in here for the Crusaders.
Yeah, I mean, LC, they've been on offense. I mean, they've been on the offense recently. I mean, you got to wonder with this cold and stuff, the rain heading straight towards the Prep. Well, they're trying to go on offense, wondering if they might be getting tight or something with all the cold.
Yeah, I mean, this cold is hurting everybody. It's hurting the fans out here, definitely hurting us, also the players as well. Gonna have to blow dry the equipment tonight, Bobby. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be very fun. But anyway, this one Over to Waldron. Well, Waldron tried to get it into the Prep's possession, but Lansdale, about a triple team there, kept it away from anybody in front of him. Now Comey just lets it roll. And Lansdale going to kick it away. Well, they actually keep it in bounds. So this one knocked near the middle of the field. Carrillo has Ethan Smith open. Oh, Smith was not able to score there. A beautiful save. And that was probably your best bet if you're St. Joe's Prep, though. But that would have been almost an easy one for Ethan Smith. Beautiful save.
Yeah, I mean, Ethan Smith right there. Biggest opportunity definitely of the game so far. I mean, right there, if the goalkeeper doesn't make that play, I mean.
Yeah, that's a rough one for the Hawks, but now Prep trying to get it back onto maybe getting that possession once again. This one rolling, and it will roll out. Vogel will throw it in. And here he goes. And now Ethan Smith and Ivy got a foot on it, and it's Carrillo, but Carrillo just throws an interception there. As now this one knocked downfield for Annie running in, and he is going to be there in time. And he's going to punt it downfield. Said interception, and now Franny punts it. Are we at a football game or what? Anyway, here we go. Joseph on the sideline, and he gets it by Lansdale momentarily, and I think that was going to be the last touch by the Prep, but Joseph gets it thrown in, and now this one going to be kicked away from Lansdale. That's going to be a corner kick for the Hawks, and I think Jack got away with the one there, Bobby.
Yeah, I mean, just put it into play. Basically dared the ref to stop play after he put it in, and Lansdale kicked it out. Corner kick, big opportunity here.
Yeah, I mean, Jack Joseph, I mean, you can't blame him. He was just trying to play the game, so not really, can't really blame Jack Joseph for that. But here we go, corner kick again. The Prep have had now their third. They haven't scored on their previous two, but we'll see if they're able to get their first goal of the game. And here it is. It's curving nice, but it was not to anyone on the Prep side, and now the Prep will bring down their defenders, maybe try to get something going. Freemuth just knocks it right to the Lansdale defenders in the boxes now. Powers will, well, I thought he was going to get it to Franny, but he gets it over to Carrillo instead. Here's Sal. Gets it downfield. Waldron is there, but was not close enough. Lansdale keeps it in their possession. Freemuth coming in, but he has it taken away from him. And now Joseph able to get a foot on the ball. The Prep trying to get back in their possession here. A big opportunity, and now the wind. Oh man, that wind is tough. That's a big gust there. Hoffman has it taken away, and I think it was a slip there. So it's going to be it's going to be the last touch by the Prep nonetheless.
Yeah, I mean, we're starting to see the field's really starting to see it get soaked. I mean, starting to see some players slip around here.
Actually, no, they will actually call the penalty on the Prep. They'll call the foul on Hoffman for the push. I thought they were just saying it was a slip, but no, they're going to call it on Hoffman.
Interesting, yeah. It did look like a slip, so I don't know.
No, nonetheless, Prep going to try and force Lansdale to make a mistake here, but this kick was just going to be hit right to Franny, who dropped it. I normally say center field hands, but I guess the rain debunks those today. This one high in the air, and a beautiful stop from the Crusaders. And now Freemuth, very nice job, though, to knock it away, as now he's going to try and get it to Comey downfield. And, Timmy Comey was there, but not able to make a play on the ball. Now Waldron gets down, tried to get it to somebody in the middle, but nobody was there. And it will be another Lansdale punt from the goal. Powers head taps it up in the air. Hoffman, I think he got a shoulder on that one. This one over to Freemuth. Freemuth tried to find, it was Comey downfield. Now this one goes above the houses. And this one stays in bounds. Never mind, it goes out. It'll be a throw for the Hawks. And that wind is tough. The rain is even tougher.
Yeah, I mean, the rain's really just the cherry on top, you know. The wind doesn't make things too good, but the rain, it's like, really, that just isn't good at all.
And just miserable. This one, I think that's going to be a foul there on Lansdale. Yes, it is, as they knocked over Freemuth. And the Prep, they just immediately kick it away. And now this one over to Powers. Powers downfield. Actually, it was Michael Abrams who was in for Freemuth. I do apologize for that. As I mentioned, they're pretty similar. As now this one does Zographicus now downfield to Joseph, but he was not able to get a foot on the ball. The Prep, though, able to get it back in their possession. And now here's Joseph Prep with an opportunity. Joseph with nobody really in front of him, tries to get it in the middle of the field. Tries to get it to Waldron, but Waldron trying to keep it in bounds, and he was not able to. A goalie kick coming for the Crusaders, and once again, that's rough for the Hawks.
Yeah, I mean, getting the ball down there a lot of times now, Alex, just can't really seem to have the right guys in the right positions, you know? Like, I mean, a lot of times we're getting those passes into the box, I mean, and there's nobody there. And our times, there's guys in the box, perfect positioning, but we just can't make the pass for them to smash it into the goal, I mean.
Yep, is now. So knocked downfield. Joseph trying to get in the air there is now. Man has the deck for Lansdale. Now Comey trying to maintain it, and he just gets it over to Ethan Smith. Waldron calling for it. Smith going to hold it right now. Shot from Smith, and it's saved.
A great shot, tried to make with what he had, and great save by the keeper, too. I mean, just able to see that. Couple defenders in his way. And, I mean, good save and from a good shot.
Yeah, I mean, Ethan Smith put it right on the money, though. It was just a nice save. And here's Jack Joseph sliding it around the fenders. Waldron was trying to maneuver his way to get the ball, but he was not able to do so. This one in the air. So Graff just has to kick it away because Lansdale was starting to get their offensive players up. So it'll be a throw-in for Lansdale. And now that will actually take us to the half here. That will take us to halftime here on WSJP. Only about 30 seconds left on the clock, but what are you going to do? And we will go to a halftime break here on WSJP. I'm Ryan Sullivan here with Bobby Wright. Do not go anywhere. We'll be back for the second half. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for second half coverage here of St. Joe's Prep versus Lansdale Catholic on WSJP. The Crusaders lead 1-0 over the Hawks as we get going here in this second half. We've seen in some games where, the Hawks, they haven't had always the greatest first half, but then they've been able to figure it out in the second half. We'll see if they're able to reciprocate that here today. This one over to Zographicus. And now the Prep trying to get this back in their favor, but Lansdale able to get this one downfield. A good start for them, but this one knocked out of the box. And now this one knocked wide right. It'll be a goalie kick for Franny Seaman. Not a bad start, though, for the Crusaders.
Yeah, I mean, both teams, you see out of halftime, have a lot of energy, trying to get an extra goal here. We'll see.
And now this one over to Zographicus, over to Hoffman again. Hoffman finds Qualit. I think Qualit might have put his shirt on in the at the halftime break. And now Powers gets upfield. This is interesting. I haven't seen this before. And now looks like Powers maybe moving up here a bit. Maybe try and score. Maybe put a new look here for Lansdale. And Vogel gets this one upfield. Powers is too far out in front of him to get it. This one kicked out of bounds. And now a throw in here for the Prep. This is interesting, Bobby. We haven't seen Will Powers do this yet this season. Come up to, as an attacker.
Yeah, I mean, real interesting, getting up on the attack. I think it's a good sign for the Prep.
And now Powers, it's hit right to him, but he hits the deck. So that was a tough one for him. And now Landgraf, it was ricocheted. Comey is there. This one high in the air. I think it was last touched by the Prep. Yes, it was. It's going to be a throw in here for Lansdale. And here, well, they're going to not do the throw. Oh, here it is. This one in the air. Papu's in the game and a lot in the first half. Made a real great effort. And now the Prep able to keep this on the Lansdale side of the field, but they knocked this one in the air. And this one up again. Vogel boxing out, so Graphicus knocks it over to Pop. Pop back to Vogel. Tries to find Waldron, but it's a pass too far out in front of him. It'll be a throw in here for the Crusaders.
I mean, this is what LC wants. I mean, just keep on controlling the midfield here. It's what they were doing early in the first half, and not a great sign for the Prep.
Last touch there by Lansdale, and it'll be a throw in for the Prep. It was a very quick throw in, and the Prep allows themselves to get a bit farther as Lansdale knocked this one out of bounds. And now it'll be another throw in here for the Prep. Vogel will do it this go around, and now the Prep starting to get a bit closer though. So while Lansdale is controlling the midfield, the Prep have gotten an opportunity once, and they're going to try and create another one. But Lansdale able to get a hit on it. Comey running in, not able to get his 2 cents in there. This one knocked away. Landgraf gets a head on it. This one over to Noah Pop. Pop getting by defenders. Look at Noah Pop go. And he has this one taken away. 2 is too much for Mr. Pop, as now Vogel gets knocked down there, and they are going to call the foul as Vogel got tangled up. And now Vogel throws it in front of him.
See what they can make out of this. Good offensive opportunity. You got
this one in the air. This one goes in! It goes in! It looked like Hoffman was the last one to touch it. And the Prep get their first goal of the game.
great goal. I mean, just headed in, got deflected, head tapped further in, and just beautiful header, brilliant goal. Goalkeeper didn't even see it coming. I mean, what a start for the Prep.
Well, that was awkward, too. I don't even think, I just got into the right spot if you're St. Joe's Prep. And Hoffman, I believe that's his first goal of the season. Yes, it is. And now Lansdale going to try and come back with this one. Here we go. And Hoffman able to get it. Or not Hoffman. I was so interested in that goal. That was, wow. And now Zographicus has this one in the air. Landgraf knocks it downfield. As I mentioned, Will Powers still down there. Looks like he's playing. Looks like he's at the right wing. I'm sorry, the left wing. Is now this one in the air once again. And now Pop has this one knocked away. Vogel not to get a foot on. Now here's Lansdale downfield trying to get back into it, but the Prep able to get it back. Might have been a bit of a slip there. Here's Qualit. Now the Prep, well, I thought they were going to knock it downfield, but they're not going to do so. This one just knocked over to Timmy Comey. Comey over to Qualit. Has some breathing room, and now he's going to try and get behind the defense. Here comes Dom Qualit. Now over to Powers. Powers on the left wing. Here he comes. Gets over to Qualit again. Oh, at least he tried to, as this one's taken away from him. And now Lansdale going to knock this one downfield. And Zografkis has this one knocked away from him. The Prep on a bit of a backpedal. Here come the Crusaders. They're able to get offensive players up. This one hit away there from Landgraf. And now the double team comes in. Lansdale able to get this one away. Good job from the Prep so far. This one high in the air. Looks like it's going to be available for Zografkis to head tap, and he will do so. Powers is now there. Powers gets knocked down. And now Lansdale with a bit of breathing room, but Zografkis is going to clean that up right away. This one's just going to be knocked right into the head of Vogel. This one in the air again. And now Lansdale able to keep it in the box. Waldron trying to knock it out. Vogel just gets it away, and that's what you had to do if you're St. Joe's Prep. Get your defenders out of the box, and now this one hit to midfield. Qualit trying to get it back for the Prep, and now Hoffman able to do so as it was knocked towards him. And Lansdale backing up as the Prep are starting to get it away onto their side of the field, and that's what they will do. This one knocked to Lansdale's side of the field, but the Prep not able to go a foot on it. Now here's Noah Pop. Pop on the side. And now getting by the defenders. It's ricocheted. This one gunning more towards near the box. And now no call from the officials. This one in the air. Is it going to go out? And it is. It's going to be a corner kick for the Prep, and that's what you wanted to see.
Yeah, I mean, again, a great opportunity. You got Pop on the field. Got the height over Lansdale. I mean, this is what you want. Try and score that goal to take the lead here. This is a great opportunity.
Indeed it is. Bobby is now it's now the Prep. As now here come, I do apologize. Here come the Hawks. Is now this one knocked to midfield. Here's Qual has an opportunity. Shot from him. It's ricocheted, and it goes right. And it was last ricocheted off. And the Prep trying to make the argument that it was last ricocheted off of a Lansdale defender, but that is not going to be the case. Waldron doesn't really seem to understand it, but nonetheless, he's going to have to deal with it, as Lansdale going to knock this one downfield, near midfield. First player to touch it is Will Vogel. No, Pop gets it over to Waldron downfield, and now the Prep trying to get something done in transition, but they just knock it back. And now Ethan Smith over to Comey. Comey to Qualit. Qualit has some breathing room, tries to get it to the middle of the field, and he does. Look at the speed from Dom Qualit. He gets it downfield. Oh, but Lansdale knock it away, but it's hit right over to Vogel. I'm sorry, to Landgraf. Landgraf over to Zographicus. Back to Landgraf again. Landgraf. Try to get it to Powers. Comey chasing it down. It's down. Now it gets into the Prep side of the field as they're on a bit of a back pedal. Zographicus trying to knock dudes out of the way, but he is the one who takes the fall. Beautiful job here from Lansdale to keep it away from the Prep, but Will Powers comes flying in to take it away. Comey gets it to Qualit, who hits it off his chest and does so again. Qualit, oh, nice move, but not enough, as it's knocked over to Zographicus, who next knocks it in the air. Zographicus trying to box it out, and Hoffman knocks in front of him. And it gets it taken away from him. And Qualit knocking guys down as he hits the deck as well. That's going to be a foul on Dom Qualit. It'll be a free kick for the Crusaders.
This is the opportunities that Lansdale wants. I mean, to be able to get the ball moving, try and get it into Prep's half, and try and get some shots on goal again.
And we'll see if they're able to do so. As this one knocked downfield. It's at the middle of the field. The Prep trying to knock it away. This one ricocheted. Hit. Saved by Franny. And a bit of a circus shot there if you are Lansdale. Franny going to make it. And now Will Powers going to trust that it's in front of him, and he does. And he does get it over to Waldron. Waldron trying to find something, and he just tries to get it into the box, but was not able to do so. And now Ethan Smith has it, but it's going to be taken onto the other side. Here comes Lansdale once again. Prep defenders are there. Zographicus knocking dudes out of the way, and they're going to call the foul. That is going to be a bit of a late one, though.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you're the Prep, upset about that maybe because it was a late call, but I mean, at the end of the day, I think it might have been the right call there. See what Lansdale can do from there.
So much action, not even 10 minutes in. As I mentioned, it will now be a free kick for Lansdale in a very favorable spot. And then the wind starts to come in again, and as we said in the first half of the prep, this is not going to go into Lansdale's favor, and this one into the box. Vogel knocks it away. Waldron, beautiful job from him to get it away as well, and whistle blown. And I think it was offsides on. All right, it was a foul, offsides, one of the two.
Yeah, maybe a card. Kind of looked like he lifted his hand up there. I might be wrong there, but
Nonetheless, it is a free kick for the Prep. And now the Prep, as I mentioned, they will get their free kick as they were able to take it away from Lansdale, who had the ball in a very favorable spot, could have possibly retaken the lead, but fortunately, if you are the Hawks, you were able to prevent that. Now free kick downfield. No, Pop not able to get a head on it, but it was last touched by Lansdale. That'll be a throw in here for Vogel. Vogel got it to Powers, who head tapped it beautifully downfield. Now Powers trying to box out, and there's a bit of a push, and I think they are going to call the foul. Well, let's see. There was a box out there. I believe it was by N. Actually, no, they're going to call it out on the Prep. It was not going to be a foul, no corner kick. It's going to go out on the Prep. It'll be a goalie kick. That's another rough one if you're the Prep. But no, Pop hits it high in the air. It's head tapped out from him. And now another throw in here for the Crusaders.
I mean, if you're the Crusaders, this is exactly what you want. Trying to keep the ball maybe a bit. Try and get better a bit on defense. I mean, giving the Prep a lot of opportunities, but other than that, you're getting some opportunities of your own. Still have a good control of the midfield to the point where Prep isn't really controlling it like we see in some other games. So.
Yeah, free kick now. Or I'm sorry. What would be? I think it'll be a free kick for the Prep. Whistles are being blown all over the place. Don't really know what's going on. And it'll be a throw-in, so it was out on Lansdale. I didn't know if there was a penalty or a foul or what was going on. But nonetheless, here we go. This one near the corner. The Prep trying to get it back into their favor. This one ricocheted a couple times. Beautiful shot from Lansdale to make a play on the ball. No foul called. Here's Powers. But it was too many Lansdale defenders there to get anything done. And now this one kicked away. Hoffman, nice box out. It will be last touched by the Crusaders. Throw-in from Hoffman. As now Prep have it in a favorable spot. This one kicked away, and it's going to be last touched by Lansdale. It's going to be a corner kick for the Prep. Lansdale, they for sure thought it was going to be last touched by the Prep. They didn't touch it, but unfortunately for them, the official thought otherwise, and now it's going to be a corner kick here for St. Joe's Prep. And Dom Quallett will do the corner kick.
Yeah, I mean, like, we've seen the Prep have a lot more corners here.
And this one was in the air. It looked good, but no one able to get a hand on it. Now Powers goes down. No foul once again. And the official going to tell Powers, you got to get up, as Coach McIntyre not liking it at all. And there have been a couple plays like that, but I mean, and now Lansdale trying to play very aggressive here, as I was trying to make a point, but lots of aggression going on. And now they're going to call it on the Prep. I mean, Bobby, if you're an official, it's raining, it's wet out here, the grass is wet. You're not really sure what to call because of the fact that the grass is so wet. You don't know who's fallen over accidentally, and you don't know it's actually a push.
Yeah, I mean, really, it's just really tough with, like, a wet field here. I mean, really tough to see whether it's a slip, whether it's a push, whether it's both. It's kind of like, as a ref, you kind of have to decide where you draw a line with those kinds of things.
Yes, I know it's wet out here. The water's dripping from my hair, but nonetheless, we keep going as Lansdale able to get it back into their favor. Franny Seaman starting to come out, and it's going to be head tap back to him. Very good heads-up play there from St. Joe's Prep. Franny probably going to roll it away, and he will do that to Hoffman. Hoffman has a Quallett open in front of him. He's not going to get it to him now. Actually, he'll get it to Comey, and now it's over to Quallett. Quallett over to Zographicus. Realizes no one's in front of him. Zographicus kicks it downfield. Had an open Noah Pop, and now Smith gets knocked down. Or I believe that's Ethan Smith. I think the back of his jersey is Yeah, it's roughed up. As now Lansdale able to get it back in their possession. Look at Bobby, look at the back of the jersey of Ethan Smith. It is really dirty, and he has made such a great effort today.
Yeah, I mean, great effort here. You know, it's muddy field, wet field, you know. Just shows some effort there with the dirty jersey there.
Now this one behind everyone, but Lansdale going to be the first ones to it as they're just going to kick it away. Very nice heads-up play to make sure it was not going to be a corner kick. It'll just be a throw-in, but if you're the Prep, you do have some very good throwing guys like a Will Vogel and a Evan Hoffman, so Vogel will do the long throw-in, and we'll see if he can get it into a prime position for the Hawks with just over 25 minutes remaining, or just under 25 minutes remaining. Vogel, as I mentioned, going to throw it in. Here it goes. And this one was not touched from the Prep on the original tap by Ethan Smith. Is now quality shot. Oh, goes a bit right.
I mean, good opportunity
and
there.
They're going to say it was actually last tipped by Lansdale, so it's going to be another corner kick here for the Hawks.
Wow, yeah, that's...
I didn't really see the tip. The Prep might have got away with a little one there, Bobby. As Lansdale, they didn't seem to like it at all.
Yeah, I mean, with all this rain, all this wind, it's tough for these refs, you know, to see. And, like, those players packed there in the box to see who touched it last, so...
Yeah, it's tough as now here's Qualit. Try to get it to Comey, who's not going to be there in time. Landgraf just going to deliver a big kick. But it was way too far over. And this one looks like it's going to the street. Feel bad for that ball boy. He's had to do this a couple times. Maybe pay him double.
Couple of real long shots that have gone, like, really far for the ball boy, yeah.
Yeah, feel bad for him. Wonder if he gets paid. I guess not. None. Anyway, back at it. It's now Powers. Head taps it in the air. Pop is now there. Who hits that head? Try to get it over to Ethan Smith. Actually, it's Liam Waldron. I apologize. As now Pop ricochets it. He's trying to get back to it. As now this one ricochet last off Pop. And it'll be a goalie kick for Lansdale. But Noah Pop, I mean, the effort from him today has been incredible. And you got to give him his credit. But now Pop is going to come off. And he deserves maybe an extra sip of water for his efforts.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. He's been working hard. Made a lot of opportunities for the Prep here this game.
Comey ricochets it. I think that was Ryan Smith who came on for the Hawks. Now this one knocked back to Zographicus. But Lansdale able to get behind the defense here. Now here they come. But beautiful job from Landgraf to knock it away momentarily. But Lansdale going to try and keep going. I'm sorry, that's Vogel who's forcing him out. And Vogel going to say it was last touched by Lansdale. On both teams trying to plead their case where it was going to be last touched by the Hawks. Vogel being the man guilty of that.
We'll see. Lansdale looking to try to take back the lead here on the offensive end. Let's see.
And now this one knocked more towards the behind the net, but a good thing for the Prep. It was not going to be a goalie or a corner kick, as now they just get it to the Lansdale side of the field. A nice shot from Lansdale. Almost kicked it in the face of some of our guys, but nonetheless we keep going. And now Landgraf has it. Over to Ethan Smith. Smith is going to deliver a cross-field pass over to Hoffman. Has Comey in front of him, but he's just going to get to the middle of the field. And Lansdale able to get it back. And Power tried to slide tackle and get it back to Zographicus, but Zographicus gets it anyway. Here is Comey. Powers has it taken away from him, and now good job there from Hoffman to knock it away as the Prep get guys back. And now Vogel comes running in to take it away. Waldron able to hold it in his possession. I think it might have been maybe it was a handball, I'm not really sure, but this one back onto the Prep side, and it will be easy for Landgraf. Well, I thought he was going to try and get it to Franny, and this one looked to be last touched by the Crusaders. Yes, it was. It'll be a throw-in for Vogel and company. Sal Carrillo is going to come on. And coming off will be Ethan Smith, and another one maybe to deserve an extra sip of water for his efforts, as he has played really well in this game.
Yeah, again, I mean, has some great opportunities for the Prep here. I mean, really been monumental for them this game.
Indeed, is now Waldron just trying to get it back into the possession of the Hawks, and now he's able to do so. Oh, but they called a foul. That is rough if you're the Hawks. Another foul call that just hasn't gone your way. That's about the third time in the second half. But there are just times where the officials are going to call, and sometimes where they aren't. Not what you can do. Anyway, so knocked downfield, back into the favor of the Hawks. They get it onto the Lansdale side of the field, and now some miscommunication here from the Crusaders. Waldron hits the deck. And Lansdale's just going to kick this one away as the Prep are getting their offensive guys back, and Lansdale trying to get their defensive guys back. And they do so now. Vogel will do the throw-in. Oh, he's just going to actually drop it. Actually, well, now Vogel will do it. I can't really see who was originally going to do so. And now Comey tried to knock it back, but was not able to. Lansdale gets it back into their favor. Powers will knock it to the sideline. Lansdale will just knock it out of bounds and away. And actually, no, it'll be the last touch from the Prep. I don't know why the Lansdale player kicked it, but nonetheless, it'll be a throw-in for the Crusaders. Anyway, here's a kick downfield for the Hawks. Is now this one behind everybody, but unfortunately for the Hawks, you have nobody there. But Lansdale going to take it to the near the corner, and they're going to keep this one in bounds, and they turn it over to Sal Carrillo. Nice moves from Carrillo to take it away. And he gets it back, swings it over to Waldron. Waldron gets it behind the defense over to Ryan Smith. Here he goes. Ryan Smith has some Lansdale players in front of him, gets knocked out of the way, and a beautiful job from Lansdale to make sure the Prep did not have an opportunity there. It's now this one behind everyone, and it is going to be into the range of Franny Seaman to just kick it away. Had to come out of the box though. There's Qualit. Thought he was going to get it to Comey, but some miscommunication there. This one knocked towards midfield, and we are just at 19 minutes remaining. Zographicus knocking it away, and now it's over to Qualit. Qualit thought he's going to be able to get in front of the Lansdale players, and now this one kicked to midfield. The Prep able to knock it out of the box momentarily. Are they going to be able to do so again? And they will. And now Ryan Smith, we thought he was there, but it just goes too far out in front of him. And now Waldron also misses it. Lansdale kick it right into Ryan Smith, and it will ricochet out of bounds. And it will be a throw-in for the Crusaders.
And right now it seems like these two teams really at a stalemate here, trying to see which one will break first with the cold, with the pressure, with everything.
And the wind, not really much of a factor anymore, as it kind of was on that first goal from Hoffman. So Graphicus comes out, who will just head tap it back to Franny. Franny just trying to tell everybody to back up. I think he's going to deliver a punt. No, never mind.
Might have been trying to fake out the Lansdale defense there.
Well, he sure faked out me. And now Carrillo has this one ricocheted. And now Lansdale able to get behind the Prep's defense momentarily, kind of parallel to where Comey is. Slide in from Zographicus, unsuccessful, so now you have a big opportunity for Lansdale, but Hoffman one-on-one takes it away. And he just tries to get it to Comey. And now this one back to the middle of the field. Here comes Lansdale again. Oh, but it's knocked away. But they're going to try and come in. Their last line of defense going to try and knock it into the box, but they're not able to do so. The Prep knocking it away momentarily. Once again, almost in the box. Now it officially is. Big opportunity here for Lansdale. Here it is. It's up in the middle of the field. No one's there. Shot. Goal! Lansdale retake the lead. 2-1 over St. Joe's Prep. And just once again, the Prep, a lot of chances with their last line of defense.
I mean, really, you just have to clear it, and they weren't really able to clear it all the way. And I mean, Lansdale was able to take advantage, get the rebound, and shoot straight into the net.
Dom Qualit and Brendan White on, so for some fresh legs here for Lansdale. And now, let's see if the Prep can get it back into their favor, try and tie things up again. We saw them down earlier, able to fight back, and now they are facing that again. Brendan White boxing out, and it's going to be last touch there by Lansdale. Waldron trying to find somebody inside, but the Lansdale defense, they have a lot of guys back. There's one over to Carrillo.
I mean, if you're Lansdale here, you really just want to play defense, hopefully try and keep the score the way it is,
And now Powers to White. And whistle blown. Foul on the Prep. And that one, once again, rough from the Prep. No one really likes it on their side. And now they're going to let them go. The referee was saying something to the Prep sideline. Not really sure what that would entail. This one kicked downfield. Past everybody, but the Prep are going to be the first ones to it. Vogel being the one to get there as it rolled out of bounds, so he throws it in. And once again, Lansdale going to head tap it out. Another throw in coming from Vogel. And he just gets it over to Landgraf, who kicks it downfield. Brendan White is there, the closest Prep player. And now it gets past everybody. Brendan White, 3-on-1, 4-on-1. Brendan White shot, goal! Brendan White, 4-on-1 scores. And the Prep have tied it up. Brendan White comes into the game for the first time today, and he ties it right back up for the Hawks.
Yeah, I mean, really, he just gets right in there, keeps on faking out defenders. I mean, goalkeeper's confused. He thinks, defenders should be able to handle that, and the next thing you know, he's right in front of you, able to fake out the keeper and just smashes it into the net.
I was really surprised. Brendan White, wow, that was incredible. And now this one behind everyone on the Prep's defense, but this time Lansdale going to be the first ones to it. Here they come. This one back in the middle of the field, but this time Franny Seaman is there to deny it. And now the Prep trying to get this one back, and it looked like Liam Waldron mistimed it a bit. And now Lansdale get it back into their favor. Waldron complaining to the referee about something, as now this one knocked back on the Lansdale, on the Lansdale side of the field. But they're able to knock it back to the Preps. Powers head tap. As now this one knocked back onto the side of Lansdale. Here come the Hawks. Brendan White trying to make magic happen again. Here he comes. Brendan back. The Prep here with an opportunity. Comey. Oh, he just put it too far out in front of him. Hoffman over to Comey again. Comey has it near the corner now. Back to Hoffman. Over to Carrillo. And it gets it to the other side of the field. It's going to curve out, and another unfortunate turn of events with the win, Bobby. It has just been a killer for the Prep today.
I mean, yeah, you saw the wind right there, that pass. It really just pushed it out of bounds there. I mean, that is just, that just really, that's just a killer there. I mean.
As now Noah Pop comes back in, and, the wind has been in the favor of the Prep for the last two go-arounds, but with this one, not that great. Now this one's in the air. It's knocked back onto the Prep side of the field, and now Lansdale gonna get up behind the defense once again. But beautiful job from Landgraf to knock it away. This one over to Will Powers. Powers to Carrillo. Carrillo over to Powers again. Powers to Comey. Comey thought he was gonna have a cutting Waldron, but he did not have that. And now Hoffman not able to get it into his vicinity, and now Powers just going to head tap it. Well, he's going to keep it in, actually, and he's going to not continue to do so as he kicks it out of bounds. It'll be a throw in here for Lansdale. And with just under 12 minutes, or just over 12 minutes remaining, this game is coming down to the wire. Now here comes Prep trying to get something done in transition again. If Brendan White can get there, I thought I was going to say maybe he can get something done in transition, but he was not able to do so. Now this one knocked back. And a slip. That could be a big opportunity here for the Prep. This one ricocheted. Here's Pop. Gets it downfield. Waldron, I thought he was there, but he was not. And now Vogel misses this one as well. Lansdale once again in transition. Here they come. Zographicus hits this one. Downfield, over to Waldron. Waldron almost hit the deck there as he gets it over to Comey, and they're going to call a foul there on the Crusaders, and they call it a bit late, but the Prep get it here in a semi-favorable position. Landgraf might deliver this one as he will. And we'll see if Prep can now try and get the lead here after this kick from Landgraf, who was trying to get it to White, but was not able to get it there. This one curving back. It was the last touch by Lansdale if it goes out, but they are able to save it. And now they're able to keep it in their possession. This one downfield. Vogel was there, but it's taken away from him, and now here comes Lansdale down the field. They get it pretty much behind the Prep's defense. Here they come, and a beautiful job from the Prep to take it away momentarily, but once again, Lansdale. Oh, they were offsides. Lansdale was offsides, and the Prep, they will get this one back as the rain is really starting to come down, Bobby. And, you know, we don't want to think overtime, but if you're the Prep, it's got to hurt if you are. You know, it's got to hurt if you're the Prep because you know, it's raining out here, it's colder. Obviously, you know, the motivation is a thing as well. As you know, you already know where you're playing in the playoffs, and this isn't your field. If you're Lansdale, you're more accustomed to what this field is. Is now that the JV game has ended, maybe get a score update. Our own LJ McKnight plays on JV soccer, so maybe we'll get an update from him. And now this one gets in over to Brendan White, but the Lansdale JV guys have come over to support their team. And now foul on the Prep, foul on Brendan White. It'll be a free kick for Lansdale.
Yeah, I mean, this is what Lansdale wants, you know, get these opportunities, try and score maybe the winning goal here.
And we'll see if they are able to do so. This one downfield. And now this one gets out of the box if you're the Prep. Sal Carrillo trying to get it downfield. Carrillo keeps it in bounds. And now here comes the Prep in transition. Big opportunity. Waldron in front of everyone. This is Landgraf looking at Waldron. And he gets it in front of the Prep and out. Oh, Waldron not able to get a foot on it. The Prep trying to get it back, though. Here's Comey. Shot, though, saved. I'm sorry, it was Landgraf who shot it, and it was saved.
Great opportunity there. I mean, just the shot straight at the keeper, you know. Shot probably going in if it was a bit more to the left or to the right. Just unlucky there.
Landgraf head taps it up. And now Vogel, unfortunately knocks it out of bounds as there is under 10 minutes remaining, 9:23 approximate on our clock here at WSJP.
I mean, now it's now or never, you know. Now until, I mean, possibly overtime.
Yeah, possibly overtime. As now, this one in the air, Vogel knocks it away. This one goes out. It'll be a throw-in for Lansdale, but the substitution's going to come on. Abrams on, Carrillo out. Looks like that's Landgraf who comes out as well. Now the throw-in coming for the Crusaders. And now Vogel has it for one ricochet, but he gets it back and he hits it past midfield. White was there, but he decides to back up instead. As now Lansdale able to knock this one downfield. Vogel over to Noah Pop. Pop knocks it downfield again. Brendan White is there, but it was Lansdale, they're the first ones there. And now Abrams, who's just come back into the game, try to get those fresh legs in there, knocks it away. Waldron, I think it was last touch. No, it was last touch by Lansdale, so it'll be a throw-in for the Prep. Abrams not able to get a foot on, but it was knocked right over to Timmy Comey. But Lansdale able to get it first. Hoffman knocks it onto the Lansdale side of the field. And now this one sailing towards the sidelines. It's going to stay in bounds. Beautiful curve. And now Zographicus is fighting for it. And it's going to be a foul on Lansdale.
Wow. Yeah.
And it will be a free kick for the Hawks. And the Lansdale JV team, I don't know if they like that one.
Yeah, absolutely. They didn't seem to like that one at all, really. And now the Prep has an opportunity. May bring it back, try and score a winning goal of their own here.
And now Franny kicks it downfield, as it was a free kick for the Hawks. And now Powers didn't come in and knock it away. And then this one upfield. Here's Brendan White. Was able to get it through 4 defenders before. And he knocks it up to Waldron, but it's too far out in front of him. Now Waldron's getting his jersey grabbed. Waldron does the same, and now they're going to call the foul there on Liam.
I mean, just can't be grabbing the jersey there. I mean, that's easy for the refs, you know, to call something like that. And
I think it was reciprocated by both guys.
yeah, I mean, Lansdale, now they have the ball. Looking, both of these teams now, it's like do or die time, around 6 minutes and change to go.
Yeah, it's either you do it now or well, I guess it's do or go to overtime. And now, guys hitting the deck here, no foul. As once again, the grass is a bit of a problem. Abrams goes down. Once again, no call. And now this one downfield again. This game is aggressive and passion is really there. Here's Waldron. Waldron has it taken away from him. White is there. It's ricocheted a couple times. And now, once again, guys are flying around the field, and I think that's going to be a foul there on White. And it is, and then now another free kick here for the Crusaders as the time ticks.
I mean, now we're under 6 minutes here about. I mean, really looking for a winning goal here, because I don't think either of these teams want overtime in weather like this.
No, I would definitely not want overtime if I was on the field as well. This one's downfield. Head tap there by Ethan Smith, who's back in, as hopefully he gets a good wash on that jersey tonight. But anyway, it'll be a throw-in once again for Lansdale. And now, here come the Prep in transition again, trying to get something going. And now Powers gets it upfield. Noah Papa's there. Here come the Prep. It's at midfield. Opportunity here. Last shot for Waldron. It's safe. But Brendan White shot. Goal! Brendan White, his second goal of the game.
Talk about the superstar scoring both of those goals there. I mean, now Prep has the lead with under 5 minutes to go.
Brendan White, what a game. And now a man down here. I thought, actually, no, not a man down for Lansdale. And the Prep have taken a 3-2 lead. What a game.
Absolutely. I mean, just back and forth this whole time, and Prep on top now. Who knows? Still a bit under 5 minutes to go. Prep still has to outlast that.
And now Hoffman kicks it downfield. Quallet is there, and it goes right past Abrams. So now Waldron has it. Gets it over to Pop. And now Pop once again, maybe going to try and get to that corner. It worked the last time, and now here comes Noah Pop. But past the defense, it's in the box. And now Lansdale able to kick it out. And it's staying in bounds. Now it rolls out. It'll be a throw in here for St. Joe's Prep.
See, Prep isn't trying too much offensively. I mean, you see a lot of guys are still staying back defensively here. I mean, they just want to keep the score the way it is. They don't need an extra goal here.
No, you're definitely right there. Bobby is now here. This one over to Quallet again. Quallet tries to keep it in bounds. I think that was last touch by Lansdale. That's going to be a corner kick for the Prep.
You know, this is exactly what the Prep wants. Just waste time, keep the score the way it is, and just waste time until victory.
And now Quallet just gets it over to Vogel. Vogel now to Quallet again, and it's going to be kicked out by Lansdale.
I mean, Prep looks like they got the ball here. Cross in. Pop. Oh!
And this one in the air goes over the net.
Good opportunity by the Prep. Lansdale has the ball. They don't have much time. They're going to have to move quickly here.
And now Lansdale not going to do the kick. They're going to wait for their offensive guys to get downfield, and here it is. The big kick downfield. Waldron able to get a foot on the ball, and now just under 3 minutes remaining. The Prep and Lansdale, it's time you turn on the desperation. Waldron gets it back. Waldron just gets it onto the Lansdale side of the field, and the rain mighty gave it a bit of a bounce. Here comes Quad and Pop down the field. Quad able to take it away, has Pop in front of him, but Quad just knocks it in front to himself. Doesn't really have any offensive players there. And that's a shame if you're Dom Quad. Didn't really have anybody there to make a play. This one, last touch, is going to be out on the Prep. It'll be a throw-in for Lansdale.
Lansdale, I mean, this might be one of our last opportunities. Really got to move, looking like just around 2 minutes to go.
And we do apologize. Also, the camera has taken a bit of a, well, I wouldn't say a quality hit, but obviously the rain is a bit, in the lens, so it's kind of hard to see. But, the rain is, it happens everywhere. It happens on every level, high school, college, professional. You ever see those games, Bobby? Like, just the rain just gets in the camera?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, rain, enemy of all broadcasters,
including us. It doesn't help WSJP either. But we keep the coverage going, and now Zographicus. Oh, okay, we are back now. I don't really know what happened in the past few seconds. The microphone's just kind of cut out for a second. But now here Lansdale behind the defense, back at the main thing. And now this one kicked to the middle of the field. Abrams knocks it away, and now Powers does the same. Beautiful job from the Prep at Lansdale. They're going to keep on going here. They only have a few minutes left. Quallet just knocks it back. Great job from Dom Quallet. And Waldron still running down the field. Lansdale, they're going to have to come out and try to save it here, as Waldron really made an effort, and just a kick out of bounds. That was a very interesting move there, as the Prep are now going to get a free throw-in.
I mean, I don't think they realize how little time they probably have. I mean, they probably think they have like a good 3 minutes left.
There still might be some added time.
Yeah, maybe.
Our clock is not always 100%. And now Waldron just has this one near the corner, and I think he's just going to try and let this one go out. And now now that will do it. That will do it. St. Joe's Prep survive. They get the win over Lansdale Catholic. They end the season on a 3-2 win. Bobby, it was up and down, but the Prep were able to get the win.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, just this game, they really had to persevere. This is the type of game that shows, to me personally, I think to this team, that they can really go far in the playoffs. Going down, not really just giving up, putting up a great fight, and they get the win here in Lansdale.
Yeah, I think this is what the Prep needed, just a tough, gritty win that get them ending the season on a 4-0 streak here in the PCL. So the Prep, they do tie with Roman Catholic with 33 points on the regular season, but Roman Catholic, they have the tiebreaker. As you know, they defeated the Prep 1-0 just a few weeks ago. So they get the tiebreaker over the Prep, and Roman will be the 1 seed. The Prep, they will be the 2 seed as we go into the playoffs. So our next soccer broadcast will be on Friday as the Prep take on an opponent to be determined. We will announce that. I guess the St. Joe's Prep, they will announce I guess whoever wins the first round game will actually decide who the Prep face in the quarterfinals. 3-2 win for the Prep over Lansdale Catholic. That will do it for today's broadcast here on WSJP. For myself, Ryan Sullivan, my color analyst, Bobby Wright. Thank you to Sam Salamone on our camera today. And we say thank you, have a good night, and go Prep.